Okay, one more speaker, and he does like 19 different things. But what he's going to talk to you about today is video marketing. How to use video to grow your business and just stand out like a badass. I'm sure you have statistics. So it's Blane. Blane, I'm sure, has statistics he can share with you. But for those of you who aren't aware or don't know, people who market online and who do any kind of information marketing, I think when you utilize video, you're 800 times as likely to secure a client than when you don't. It's some crazy staggering number. So he's going to come tell you all about it, and then we'll break, and you'll be able to go meet with everyone and sign up for all their free shit. So Blane, come on.
Okay, so my current project I'm calling Turn On Your Tribe. Provoke, promote, and profit using in the new media marketplace. So the first thing I want to talk about is what the heck is new media, right? What does that mean? It's just a concept, really. Well, what I want to start with is what is the end point of new media. So I really only have one statistic for you today, but I think it's a statistic that really means a lot. Next year, they're projecting, this year it's going to be about 50-50, but next year they're projecting that more than half of all the media that is consumed in this country will be on a mobile device. That is your iPhone, your Kindle, your iPad. That does not include laptops. So more than 50%. So to me, new media is pretty much anything that will be delivered on a device like this that can be consumed in a way like this. So how many of you are entrepreneurs? Yeah. So keep that in mind when you're trying to communicate with your audience. I have a client right now who has a website, and I tried to look at her website today. I went to her website, and I could only see half the page on my iPhone. So that is not new media friendly. So that kind of media is everything that you're going to consume here. It's your email, it's your website, it's your apps, it's your marketing, it's everything you're going to do. And with my theater background, my training is actually as an actor and a director. I'm essentially a storyteller. So what I do is I tell stories. And to me, the best way to connect, and the statistics are out there like crazy, that the best way to connect to the right people, to your tribe, is through storytelling. So my career and my path has been kind of unusual. When I was in my early 20s, I was on the verge of a pretty good acting career. I was auditioning for soap operas. I was actually getting cast pretty much in everything I was doing. And then concurrent with a devastating life trauma, I broke up with my first true love. I completely lost my self-confidence and ended up going through horrible stage fright. It got to the point where I was throwing up every time before I'd go on stage. And then I started drinking and smoking pot, so pretty much before every rehearsal I'd go and get high, and then I would wonder why I couldn't remember my lines on stage, It was just me, self-destructing. So I ended up doing something that was very constructive in the long run, which was I went backstage. I became friends with a lighting designer. I did my first national tour in 1989 as a lighting designer, turned into a technical director, basically knew that I always wanted to be a producer, so I did every job in the business. Ended up chasing, yes, I do most of my life changes in conjunction with women, chasing a mezzo to New York, fell in love with her, and landed here. Decided to try to jump into the theater community and found that I was actually being offered jobs starting in the New York theater community for half of what I was being paid in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which was not at all sustainable. I ended up getting my first corporate job and spent 6 years in-house at Morgan Stanley as a producer. They were building their internal production department. So they really wanted somebody with theatrical experience to come and really jack up what they were doing. So after a few years, I really improved what they were doing. They loved it, and they said, "Hey, we love that." And being an old school bank, at that point, during some measures, they were the largest investment bank in the world. They said, "We really like that. Let's do it again, and again, and again." And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm something of an ADD person, and I'm a bit of a creative, and me doing the same thing over and over again just is not working. So after 6 years, and the other thing that I actually learned there, being in the banking world, and actually most of my clients, I still have my production company, I still have a lot of banking clients and a lot of pharmaceutical clients, but the bottom line is it's a fixed game. You know, the people who control the money support the people who write the laws and who pass the laws in order to make sure that most of the money keeps flowing in the same direction. Well, at the same time I started to get bored at Morgan Stanley, I also started to wake up a little bit. And I started practicing Buddhism. And now I'm actually a Zen monk. And that factors in very heavily into what I'm doing. So I decided that what I really, truly love, I'm also an entrepreneur, I had my first business when I was 15, is that I wanted to really stimulate entrepreneurs into the new world. So I left there, I basically took all the stuff that I learned there from the big guys, took my background in theater, added a little bit of meditation. I will trick a lot of my clients into meditating who aren't quite used to it. But hey, you don't have to know. All you have to do is close your eyes, sit down, listen to what I say, and breathe deeply. That's a meditation. So anyway, so that's what I do. And then I teach people how to connect. I'm also, you know, I love to take classes and I love to learn things. I'm also one of the very few certified passion test facilitators on the planet. Because I believe very strongly that if you connect with your passion and tell that story, the right people are going to find you. So now let's go back to Provoke, Promote, and Profit. Well, that's actually my 3-day seminar. But I'll give you a little taste of Provoke right now. So when you think of provoke, it can be kind of a scary word, right? I mean, you can close your eyes and you can see some little asshole kid with a stick poking a tiger in a cage, right? He's provoking him. Well, let's hope the cage has integrity and the tiger doesn't get to provoke the kid back. But provoking really means something. It doesn't just mean getting someone's attention. I mean, he did more than get that tiger's attention. He actually he pissed the tiger off, which meant that he created an emotional connection with that tiger. So when I say provoke, and that's actually it's probably the most important part of this, is you connect to your passion. You speak your truth with integrity and authenticity, and you will provoke the right people, and you will bring them into you, and your community will expand, your business will expand, and just naturally, you will start to make more money. You will profit. So, I have run out of time, as I tend to do. I like to talk, and I love being in front of people. Now, I didn't even throw up before this. But I do have an offer for everyone, like everybody else. I have a short questionnaire. It's only 4 questions. It's 4 yes or no answers. If you come out and fill out the questionnaire there, I will send you a link and you can schedule a time with me where we will do a new media marketing 4.0 analysis for you and your business and see if maybe that can really do some great things for you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for letting me go last. And I hope to talk to you all soon. Peace.